Donald Trump, along with his Republican goons, have been nonstop pushing for the big, beautiful bill. And now it seems as if it may have gotten through the Senate. But don't worry, there's more. Because Congress just crashed Trump's beautiful bill Senate celebration. Now, this big, beautiful bill has pretty much been nonstop at the center of the news cycle now for what feels like weeks. And more senators voting in favor of this disastrous bill are catching heat. Take, for example, Alaska's senator, who essentially sold out her own constituents.
Senator Paul said that that your vote was a bailout for Alaska at the expense of the rest of the country.
Oh my God.
That's what Senator Paul said.
Senator, we've got the...
I didn't say it, ma'am. I'm just asking for your response.
My response is I have an obligation to the people of the state of Alaska. And I live up to that every single day. I fight for my state's interests, and I make sure that Alaskans are understood. I work hard to take care of a state that has more unique situations, more unique people.
This bill introduces policies that only negatively impact working Americans. This is why the Big Beautiful Bill has been rightfully renamed to the Big Beautiful Betrayal.
Of national defense being implicated, given what's transpired in the last several weeks, very foreboding. Congressman, Democratic Senator Mark Warner from Virginia posted to X, quote, "I'm tired of my Republican colleagues telling me in private how they feel about this terrible bill. It's time to vote like it." Do you sense this trend will continue, as he's suggesting that Republicans find it difficult to speak up publicly against Trump? And is that making Trump more powerful at the expense of rolling back the power of Congress?
Well, what we sorely need and are lacking in Washington, D.C. right now, Republicans who can explain to the president in a reasonable and convincing fashion that what he is pushing is bad for our country. And that means it's also bad for him and his legacy to the extent he cares about his legacy.
But now things just got worse for Donald Trump. That's right, because Congress just crashed Donald Trump's Big Beautiful Bill celebration. It all started when J.D. Vance cast the tie-breaking vote.
On this vote, the yeas are 50, the nays are 50. The Senate being evenly divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative. The bill as amended is passed.
After J.D. Vance cast his despicable vote, he broke the tie, and the bill passed the Senate. Trump, of course, was thrilled to learn this news.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Thank you. I'm waiting, listening to these wonderful words, and they are music to my ears, but I was also wondering how we're doing, because I know this is prime time. It shows that I care about you because I'm here and I probably should be there.
But it seems as though his celebration may be premature. Because as you know, first the House approves the bill, then it goes to the Senate. If the Senate approves the bill, usually it goes to the president. However, in this case, the Senate added amendments to the bill, meaning it is now a different piece of legislation entirely than what the House originally approved. Now this piece of legislation needs to go back to the House so that they can reapprove the Senate's changes. As convoluted as this all sounds, this right here is where the bill very well could die. And this devastating news crushing Trump's party came from Marjorie Taylor Greene, of all people.
We're taking Medicaid away from American citizens and maybe still paying for illegal aliens. Is the House going to rubber stamp this? Is it going to be like a 24-hour turnaround? Ma'am?
I cannot imagine. No, I can't imagine they have the votes. There's no way that Johnson has the votes in the House for this. We're supposed to be back Wednesday morning to start voting at 9 a.m. I think that is not realistic. I just don't see how that's possible. So this is, I think it's far from over. It is really a dire situation. We're on a time clock that's been really set on us, so we have a lot of pressure. And then also given the fact that there's 435 members of Congress, and it's hard for us to get to an agreement on anything. So this whole thing is I don't know what to call it. It's a show. And I'm sorry for saying that. I know we're not supposed to say that on the air, but that's truly what it is.
At the end of the day, Donald Trump's big beautiful bill is nothing more than a betrayal. Nothing about the big beautiful bill is beautiful. It's in fact one of the most hideous pieces of legislation we've ever seen, and now it appears to be tearing apart the Republican Party.